Hello.
Good morning and welcome to Rise and Radke. We are here. Did you think that we weren't going to show up? Because we did. We're a few minutes late, but we are here. So good morning. I'm going to let everybody get in the room.
Y'all scoot over. Make room for it. Scoot over.
Scoot over.
there.
Yep. But, okay, if you could come all the way to the front, that'd be. Don't just leave me hanging.
I'm the one that started it.
I know, but Jennifer Walker, good morning to you, and to hi to Brittany. Hey, and Amber is here from Livingston, Texas. I love your lake. I love your lake. Good morning, Rise and Radke from Mineola. Wonderful. We are still accepting logos for Rise and Radke. They are coming in, and we are loving looking at them. Excuse me. So many have come in, and I love it. But here's what I've noticed. We're getting a lot that say Rise and Radke, as we should. We've gotten none, at least that I've looked at so far. You get them before me, and then you send them on to me. At least we've gotten none so far with our faces. Which
I think we've gotten
probably is good.
I think we've gotten two.
I haven't seen them yet.
I think we've gotten two, and one of them.
No, you know what? You did send me one, but I've only seen from one person.
Yeah, I think we've gotten two of them. One of them, I was curious if they didn't think we were very attractive because we were just like floating, like there was no features to our face. Does that make sense? Like
Maybe
almost like an invisible man, like this type thing.
Maybe that's an ethereal, artistic way to do it.
The other thing we haven't seen, challenge
accepted,
is R&R and like a subtitle of Rise and Radke.
Oh yeah, everything's just Rise and Radke.
Everything's Rise and Radke.
And he wants it R&R. I don't get that.
I don't know. I don't know.
He thinks time with us is like some R&R.
It is. It's Rise and Radke.
Okay.
I saw Maine. I've seen South Carolina.
Thank you, Katrina. This is my morning braid because it's so gross and muggy.
Alabama.
I knew my hair would puff up.
Oh, sympathies to Rebecca, who's home with 2 kids with the flu.
Oh, maybe she has the flu and she's home with 2 kids. That would be worse.
Ooh, that would be worse.
I would rather have 2 kids with the flu than have one mom with the flu who had to stay home with 2 kids. Is that bad of me to say? That I would wish my flu on the kids? See, usually I feel like it's the other way around.
Ohio, Michigan. My favorite comment of the morning is from Sonia. Hello, in all caps, gorgeous people.
Okay, is that my phone?
Mm-hmm.
Give me my phone for a second.
Speaking of gorgeous people, evidently there are some people that watch this that think I look sickly.
David!
I'm setting it
Why
up.
do you do that?
I'm setting.
Why do you get to the scene of the crime?
I'm setting
and
it up.
Ew, David. Why do you tell the punchline? You know that bothers me. You know that's what I wanted to do.
I didn't know that was a punchline.
Yes, you did, because I said last night. Send that to me. I'm gonna tell that tomorrow on our Rise and Radke.
Okay. Well, I have to talk about something while you're looking that up. And how about this? Just because the viewers cannot smell your breath does not mean that your co-hosts can't. So how about a little brushy before
I 100% brushied. I'm on day freaking, what is it? 11 of no sugar, no carbs, and no processed foods. You gonna need to back off.
If you look in the low carb or keto manual, dirty keto that is, day 11 is poop mouth. So
okay. We're going to deal with some comments that we received yesterday. This is proof that we go back and read them and respond to them.
It's also proof that you're not the only one watching. We know you sit there going, am I the only one watching this? Because this isn't really good. So if you don't want to be the only one, which you're not the only one, then you should share this right now. If you love people and want to encourage them and entertain them, or if you don't like us and you don't like people, then share it with them as well.
Pamela Dowell Hall, left this comment yesterday. Okay, it's fine. But here's what she says. I just love, that's in caps.
Now, why are you starting with that one? That's an ender.
I just love David. His humor is adorable. Now, Pamela.
Yes, it is.
Do you not get out much? Because there's a lot of reasons why you might be stuck at home. Perhaps you're retired or you've never got your driver's license. There's a lot of reasons. But I'm assuming by a comment like that, you don't see men on the often. So Pamela loves you, okay? Here we go. This is the one I've been waiting for, though. This one is from Laura. Laura 4. Now listen, if I'm calling you out right now, if you're on Facebook or you're on IG or you're on YouTube and you left this comment, because I'm not sure which one it came from. First of all, whenever we call anybody out, it's in love. If we pick on you, if we tease you, it means we like you. If we call you an idiot, it means that you are in, baby, in. When I make fun of people and I ridicule them mercilessly, it means that they are they're my people. So I'm calling these people out, but trust me, I'm doing it in love. Okay, so nobody get upset or offended. If you watch us enough to know, you know we're sarcastic. That said, Laura 4, wherever you are, I love your comment. It says, David, I have thought you look sickly lately since you moved locations. That's not what sickly even means. I thought you had looked sickly lately since you moved locations, but it could be you're slouching. That's not, okay, first of all, sickly is not whatever you were doing, truly. I don't know what you're doing. You look like you're about to pass out.
Sickly is like when you generally look at me about every April or May and go, you are so pale. You look like you're sick and about to die.
Yeah, that's sickly.
That's sickly.
So Laura 4 thinks you look sickly pretty much constantly. I don't know that I disagree. But when she says that maybe it's your slouching, I'm like, kudos to all the sickly people in the world who never knew the secret that they could just sit up straight.
So here's my question.
Much better.
There was a couple of days when we first changed locations that we were sitting in director's chairs. Mm-hmm. So maybe I might have been kind of sitting, I don't know. But I always feel like I'm sitting up. And that's one of the reasons why you can't see, but we now have a table in front of us.
I would never refer to you as sickly. I would refer to you as pasty white.
So maybe
I would refer to you as a Celtic Jesus because your beard is red. But I would never refer to you as sickly.
Is this how I'm supposed to sit?
Okay. All right. They're asking questions and we ain't even answering them. And then there's Diane Booth 53. I think she watches in the morning. I wish I knew. I'm not for sure. Diane Booth 53 says, you aren't very nice to your husband.
Amen.
So I liked Laura's comment. David likes Diane's. But I'll ask you, America, I implore you, would you say that I am not nice to him? No. Or would you say that I am the typical wife to him like y'all are to your spouses? I'm hard pressed to think that there's women out there that truly are, honey, good morning, how are you today?
Good.
So, stop it. So I want to know, do y'all think that I'm mean to David? Y'all tell me right now. And if y'all do, and if y'all seriously do think that I should take it easy on him sometimes, tell me. And I will think it over. I think it's a perfect pairing. You're honest. You are the typical wife.
So
Darla
true.
pretends like she's vomiting probably because of my breath. Typical sister. Keep him in line. You're just sarcastic and extra. Now that's a comment I can get behind. That is a comment I can get behind. I'm not mean to David. I love David. And you know what? I'll have y'all know something about our marriage. David is opinionated and he is strong-willed and he gets his in. He gets his in, don't you, baby?
I'm very docile.
That's a lie. That's an absolute lie.
Where do you go? Somebody wanted to know if you braided your own hair.
I did braid my own hair. Yeah, this is a fake braid. It's literally just 2 pieces. That you've got 2 pieces. I can't do the 3 pieces in the French braid thing. I cannot do it. So this is a fake braid. And then I put it over here. You see that? With a little clear band. And I ump the band up. And it just makes it all kind of big.
Oh, and it also hides where you cut your hair over there.
Yeah, it does. I love this. And this is what I do in a dirty hair. or bad weather day, and today is bad weather day. Clean hair, but bad weather. So thank you. It's super easy. I'll do a tutorial on it maybe. I always say I'm going to do tutorials, and I never do because I think I suck at everything.
I think people like them.
I think I'm horrible. I think that they're going to watch
them.
it and be like...
I watch them and
think they're
I
horrible.
like that, but yeah. Krista says that she is watching us over Kelly and Ryan.
Oh, nice.
Krista.
Somebody just said they bought my book yesterday.
Well, let me find that. Krista, I'm sorry that your cable went out and you're watching us over Kelly and Ryan, but hopefully you'll get that turned back on. Where did you saw the book up there?
Yeah, she just said, I bought your book yesterday, and I was really happy about that. That's really nice. Okay, so let me just get to welcome everybody. We're so glad you're here. We're reading your comments as they're coming in. Please know that. Excuse me. I do have something forming in here. That's not a good sign. So last night, let's talk about, somebody just asked a minute ago, what did y'all eat on your keto diet last night? Here's what, David had pimento cheese.
Oh, it was good too.
No bread, just pimento cheese. And yesterday for lunch, I got
I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. So on the way, I had basketball practice with Remy and Rocco's team last night. So I was having to kind of like eat on the way, and Rocco looked at me and he said, "Are you just eating straight cheese?" And I said, "No, it's pimento cheese. It's cheese and a little bit of mayonnaise and some seasoning and stuff like that." He said, "You have a problem with cheese."
You do. Long before there was low carb, you had a problem with cheese.
I have a little bit of a cheese addiction.
I got a salad yesterday, a salmon Caesar salad from Nuke's, which is one of my favorite foods, one of my favorite places to go for that salad. And it's really huge, so I ate half of it at lunch and half of it at dinner. After dinner, I had some sugar-free Jell-O and was done eating by 8 because that's our window, 8 to noon. Okay, so that's what we had. Keto police. Okay. But I want to tell y'all this. So I've been telling y'all the last couple of days about my legs aching, severely aching. And y'all have given me a ton of good ideas and a ton of suggestions, of which I have used them all. The only one I had not used, because I didn't have it, was tonic water with what?
Quinine?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's a Q word. Tonic water with quinine. Or quinine. I don't know what it's called. But anyway, a girlfriend of mine sent me a picture yesterday and said it's at the grocery store. You need to try this. So I said, fine. So last night after basketball practice, David went and got it. I didn't know tonic water was horrible. I did not know that it was absolutely terrible. So I say to David, I don't know. Now, I'm not a drinker. I need y'all to know that I am not a drinker. But I said to David, what can we put in this? Can you put pickle juice in it to make it better? Can you put unsweet tea in it? What can you do? Now, I'm sitting in my family room, my sunroom, watching Downton Abbey. Okay? Eating on my Jell-O, just minding my own affairs. And I give that tonic water to David, and he comes back in the room, and he says, here, drink this. It's mostly tonic water, but I did put some limes in it to make it better. Well, I just chugged it down. And when I was done, I said, oh, thank goodness, that I think a Gatorade or LaCroix or something in it to cut it, right? I was like, that must have been what he did, because it don't taste as bitter. When I finished it, he said, would you like another? I said, I think I will. He got me another. I chugged it down. I have never had vodka in my life.
And
this fool fixed me 2 glasses full of vodka.
Not 2 glasses full. It's just a vodka tonic.
I'm just saying, David. That is terrible. You should tell a person. I got up after watching Downton Abbey, and I went just like this. I went, David. I was woozy. You know, I can't take it. It's like I'm a featherweight, David. I'm a featherweight.
You actually really are.
I am a lightweight when it comes to alcohol. I hate it. I don't like it. But it did cut the taste of that last night.
And did you have a better night's sleep?
Also, where'd you get that vodka?
Huh? A little friend of mine named Tito.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, oh no, they haven't gone by. Hey, Amy, you were looking for a book. Amy said she just finished your book.
Okay.
And Jen said that she's listened to your book 4 times now. So,
oh, that's wonderful. That's so nice.
Eat Cake Be Brave is on Audible. But hey, y'all listen. In the next very week or two, actually.
That was hard to understand.
Okay. Hey, listen. Keep your eyes and ears out. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about Eat Cake Be Brave releasing in
paperback.
So some people, I actually probably prefer paperbacks. I don't have a lot of hardback books, but so anyway, Eat Cake Be Brave is coming out next month in paperback, so you'll be hearing more about it.
Okay, moving on. Oh, David and I want to talk to you guys about something. We started to talk about it, he and I, last night as a couple, and I said, you know what? Let's take it to the tribe. Let's take it to the village in the morning, and he surprisingly said, okay. Now, we're going to bring this topic up to you guys. It's a parenting question that we have. I would love if everybody's comment was based off of knowledge. Here's what we did with our child, and it worked, or it didn't work. Instead of, well, I think, okay? So, because we would like, logic and things that are grounded in you've tried it or whatever. Because I know a lot of times on social media, we can always just write what we think. And I think you're wrong, Melissa. I think you're wrong, David. So we'd like less of that, but to each his own. That said, we also want to just point out that you're probably going to write in pretty quickly, and I don't know that we can read every single comment. Don't be offended by that. We'll go back and read. This is important to us. So I have a parenting question for you guys, and it's an important one to us, but it might not be to you, but just hear me out. Every single summer, my daughter goes to, I always say my daughter like she's from my first marriage or something. Our daughter goes to a summer camp. She's been going since she was 7 years old. The summer camp is in Trinity, Texas. It's called Camp Olympia. I cannot say enough about it. Seriously, why in the world don't they hire me to advertise for them? I think they are wonderful. That said, it's a 2-week camp or a 3-week camp, but we only send her for 2 weeks because we broke. She goes for 2 weeks every single summer. She started going when she was 7. We were told to do that because they learn that they actually acclimate to it a little bit easier. Okay. She did. She took to 2 weeks at summer camp. Like, I'm talking like when we get there, she runs off from us. Like she runs like she stole something. She is so happy to get away from us.
Which most likely she did steal.
Probably she did. But, we find that when Remy comes home, she is more opinionated and more strong-willed and more of a leader. We really feel like they build these things up in her. I can't say enough about the camp. About 3 years ago, we sent Rocco. He was 8 or 9.
No,
it was 2 years ago, so he'd have been 9.
No, I think he was 8.
8.
Just
okay.
the way his birthday falls, I think he was 8.
Okay. We sent Rocco. Apparently, he was miserable for 2 solid weeks. That didn't necessarily surprise us. It made us sad, but it didn't surprise us because Rocco is a homebody for sure. We then gave him a couple of years off. But this year, when we picked up Remy and we were pulling out at the camp, you can sign them up for the next year. And I not only went in and signed her up, I signed him up. So as we're driving out of the camp with Remy and all of her stuff, and she's talking about how great and glorious it is, Rocco says, well, I'm glad you had a good time. And I say, well, I'm glad you're glad because you're going next year. I just signed you up. The reason I did that is because I read an article that said summer camps are really good for kids. That it teaches them how to make friends and be a team and try things they never tried. And it teaches them be independent, how to be away from mom and dad. And you guys, I love my son dearly, but that's not a strong suit for him. He is a homebody and he's a little timid about things sometimes. So he told his daddy last night, David said, in all honesty, how do you feel about going to camp? And he said, I feel like I don't have a choice and I don't want to go. I want to know what y'all would do. What would y'all do? Tell me honestly.
Do we push him? Do we just make the decision? And he told me, I said, didn't you have fun last time? He said, I did. I mean, the activities and the camp and the friends and all that. He said, I just hate being away from home. And so it was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of sad. I didn't let him see anything, but he is. And he asked me, he said, Dad, did you ever go away for 2 weeks? And I didn't. The only thing I ever did was church camps, and they were a week. And honestly,
and he goes to church camp for 1 week, and he loves it.
Yeah.
He loves church camp for the week.
Because
he knows everybody there.
I had a problem as a kid that the first night I was miserable. I was homesick. But then when I got into it and it was fun, I was staying busy. I had a great time.
I guess our question is, what do you guys do when you have a child that you know will be better for it? But you can't, but they're saying to you, it's not for me. I don't want to do it. It's not for me. Because I don't want him to think that when Remy's away for 2 weeks, I'm going to Fortnite it up for 2 solid weeks. That is not at all what I want. And I know that's what he's thinking. So is he doing it because he's a baby? Is he doing it because he's lazy and he just wants to play Fortnite? Is he doing it because he really does hate being away from home? And what if I know that it's good for him? Do I still push him out of the nest there in that way? You guys, what are y'all saying?
We have one that's saying that I was a kid that didn't want to go, and now I have a lot of regrets because I miss things.
Sherry said that.
We've got some saying, I wouldn't make him go, but then there's another plan. He's going to have to work, have a job, mow the lawn, something like that. So it's not going to be fun.
Cynthia Gonzalez says maybe just do 1 week instead of 2. That's not an option. I mean, this camp, they do have a 1 week camp, but it is for a younger age. It's for getting those 7, 8-year-olds ready. But he's 11, so.
He'll still go to church camp. I mean, so that's not an issue. He'll do that. That's a long time for an introvert. I pushed my daughter one year, and she had a blast, but doesn't want to go back. She hates feeling awkward and not knowing people. Can Rocco get a buddy to go? That I did not say that. That was one of the first things he said. He goes, if I could just get Graham to go with me. Graham's his best friend. He said, if I could just get Graham to go with me, I'd be fine. But I don't think that's an option.
But, well, because it's a pretty expensive camp. It's not a cheap camp at all. And my kids are able to go because their Poppy and Noni help them with that. So to say to our best friends, hey, can your kid go to this camp that, it's going to be money out of your pocket just to make my kid feel better? But
now this is interesting.
Being a parent is hard.
That's Abby, right?
Abby?
Yeah.
Holt? Yeah.
She said, my mom let my bratty butt drop out of dance. Obviously, I'm still bitter because she didn't make me. So now as an adult, she looks back going, why didn't you push me? Why didn't you do,
See?
So that's
a great point.
I'd send him once he's there, he'll be happy.
Somebody just said, ask him to try one more time. But then Lindsay Peterson is saying, don't make him go.
We have don't send him.
I imagine that's how you wrote it, Lindsay. Don't make him go.
And really, the most important thing is what Sharon said. He may be timid, but he does have great hair.
The best I've ever seen on a kid. Ever! It's amazing. He'll do whatever you want it to do.
Make him go. Yeah.
So that's our plight, you guys. We were really hoping to. I'm going to go through and read all of your comments that are posted today. YouTubers, IGTVers. We really want to know. Look, here's the deal. In the end, we think about it. We mull it over. We pray about it. We try to seek wisdom on it. But we will make the best decision for him. And for anybody that's thinking, oh, but y'all would get 2 weeks off without kids. Yeah, we know. That would not ever be the reason that we would send a kid to camp and make him miserable, ever. But, I mean, him going to this camp is all around a good thing. Number one, Remy's there, for Pete's sake. Remy is there at the same camp.
And she's kind of the mayor of the camp at this point.
She thinks she's running for president. She could see her brother. He would see her. And yeah, mom and dad would have 2 weeks off. But there is something, I'm just a mom just telling you the truth. There's just something in that boy that is real tender and real sensitive. And I do feel as a parent that sometimes we've got to push them a little bit so that they know they can do hard things. I want him to know you can do hard things. And you don't have to do hard things from home.
And sometimes the easiest way, the easiest alternative, whatever, is not the best. So we've got, I cannot tell you how many the comments are flying. So I can't.
Oh, y'all, thank you
so we can't get to them all.
Much.
So we have we've got a bunch to go through, but. Yeah, I think it should, like you said, it's tough being a parent because there's a side where you go, hey, I want to push him. There's a side of going, he's going to be miserable for 2 weeks. I don't want to do that. I heard somebody talking about the other day. I think we all want as we have kids, we all kind of want to make a mini version of ourselves, or maybe a better mini version of
I
ourselves.
100% don't want to do that. I 100% don't want to make a mini version of me. Number one, it's already happening naturally.
I was going to say, you say that, but you do like and encourage when she does stuff that you're familiar with and you like and those kind of things. And so they're individuals, even though they're kids and we're helping mold them.
What does that have to do with us pushing him out? And
well, I'm saying
Rocco.
For me, I know pushing would have, I mean, I say push, I didn't have to get pushed in that area, but pushing would be good for me if I was him. But that may not necessarily be with his personality type. It may not be. So.
All right. Thank you so much, you guys, for your comments. We literally cannot read them fast enough, and it's helping us greatly. So that's it for today. I have a very interesting question, but we wasted too much time on the camp thing. So I'm going to ask it tomorrow. It's a very funny question, so make sure you come back tomorrow. We would love it if you would share Rise and Radke. Our numbers keep going up every single day. It's amazing. Usually at the end of the day, when you put it all together, we always have about 15,000 views on this morning show. What in the world? That's more views than some morning talk shows.
Don't keep this to yourself. Don't be so selfish.
That's right. You know what?
So
I'm disappointed. Somebody should have sent y'all to camp. That's all I'm saying.
You should have been pushed.
Anyway, here's my quote for the day. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. Make sure that whoever you are... Get over here! David thinks he's in the wrong room. That was him signaling that he's in the wrong room. I'll just have you know I'm smarter than you in a lot of areas. You can't even touch me on my Seinfeld trivia. Maybe in history and politics and science and math, you've got me beat. But nobody knows Us Magazine like me. If you're the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Surround yourself with really good people. Our pastor always says, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. So remember that today, guys, and teach your children that. Okay, we were talking about kids today, so teach your kids that. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Dang it, that should have been my quote on another day. But if you're the smartest people in the room, you're in the wrong room. So you guys, as you go off to work today, or you start your job, or you go to your multi-level marketing position that you're in, remember, surround yourself with really good people. We love you guys. Have a great day. Bye. Do it like that, David. Bye.
Bye. See ya.